I guess, today. And I heard you talking about potential mix in some places.
I know, yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, outside of Boston. So even so, it's not warm enough for it to stick. I mean, it's April. It does snow. But usually when it snows, there's just no price to pay. Even if it sticks, it's so temporary. Right now, though, you can see we've definitely got a line here with some snow far north and west of Boston. I'm looking at spots like the northern Worcester Hills, the Monadnocks, the Berkshires. Those are areas where we most likely have a little bit of snow mixing in from time to time. Now check out these temperatures. It's 34 in Keene, 38 in Nashua, 41 in Fitchburg. That is too warm for it to stick to the ground. In Boston, Beverly, Plymouth, the Cape, it's all plain rain, you guys. So even though north and west of Boston, outside of 495, we might see a little bit of mixing, it's just wet roads this morning. And unfortunately, all day Boston, even if you get a couple stray flakes mixing in, guys, it's wet. It is wet in Worcester as well, as temperatures stay above freezing. So the main concerns will be showers and fog today. It's not a flooding rain. It's just a nuisance to get your work week started. We've got some elevation mix or snow, but little to no accumulation. Worst case is we get a little grassy coating, especially overnight tonight and tomorrow morning.
Out there. The weather is a case of the Mondays.
It really does. I mean, we've got two systems that we're watching. This one is supplying the moisture. This is supplying the cold. So what we have is a little mix of rain and snow here in New England, but temperatures above freezing. So that means as we look forward to 8 o'clock this morning, we've got mid-upper 30s in most areas with chilly rain in Boston. Even some snow or a mix in spots like Fitchburg, Nashua, or Keene. It should all just be melting on the way down in those locations, and some steadier rain down across the Cape and the islands. And this is ongoing. So even at noontime, with temperatures kind of hovering close to 40 degrees, we've still got some scattered showers. You might see a little wintry mix in some of the elevations. At 5 p.m., we've got showers for the drive home from work as well. And this spills into the overnight forecast. Again, steadiest rain, Cape and islands, you guys. But overnight tonight, temperatures do drop enough that we have the chance here in the Worcester Hills and the Monadnocks and points north and west of 495 to see a little grassy coating of snow, I'd say at most. I think the roadways, the pavement, the asphalt, I think that is just going to be wet for the morning commute tomorrow. And by the afternoon, you can see we start to see some gaps in the clouds, and we start to brighten up a little bit. So again, this is kind of worst case scenario. In April, it can get really tricky to get the snow to stick because it's usually just too warm. So a grassy coating from Worcester to Acton to Manchester, north and west, parts of the Monadnocks, the Berkshires, the Green and White Mountains could see maybe 1 or 2 inches at most. So it's really like not a big deal. For the most part, it's going to be wet roads and scattered showers that we're dealing with today. But because it's a wet start to the work week, I did go with a weather alert. It's not severe weather, but it's definitely inconvenient weather. We've got a little rain, little snow in the forecast overnight tonight with a little to no accumulation. And it's going to be windy tomorrow during the day and night. It will turn bright and breezy again. Rain chances will return at the end of the week. You can see that they start to sneak back up here Thursday into Friday, and we're watching this system as it kind of dips and then loops towards us again. So between Thursday and Friday, shower chances kind of on the lower side. You could see by Friday to our south and west, it's looking pretty soggy out there, and we'll have to watch how close that rain gets. But it's mostly into your Saturday and then your Sunday plans. You can see we've got some waves of rain. It doesn't mean it's going to be a washout, but it does mean on the 7-day forecast with the weekend always in view that we've got another soggy weekend expected. Temperatures go up a little bit Thursday and Friday. We finally get back into the 50s, and it looks like it probably cools down a little bit with that rain coming in this weekend.
On this Monday.
Yeah, so live look outside right now from our rooftop camera over the Boston 25 News studio. You can see there are water drops on the lens. The skies are gray, the roads are wet, and the bus stop forecast this morning has temperatures in the 30s and 40s with rain around, but it's cool enough that you probably want to go with a waterproof jacket that's a little bit warmer. Now, even though we've still got 30s and 40s this afternoon, no fancy footwear, no snow boots needed. The roads will just be wet, even in the communities where you can see some snow falling and mixing in right now in central Mass, in southern New Hampshire. I'm not expecting any more than a patchy coating of snow, and the best chance really ends up being on the grassy areas, not the pavement. I think the pavement's going to be too warm. So ongoing pattern here at 10 a.m. Not much is going to change over the next several hours. We head into the afternoon. Scattered rain simply continues. And then we dive into tomorrow morning with our final blast of rain and snow coming through in the morning with a cold front. It means it's not going to be raining all day by any means tomorrow. It's just that early chance and then we can start to clear out again. Unfortunately, today is going to stay pretty soggy. Between today and tomorrow, or I should say today and tomorrow morning, we've got the chance for maybe like a grassy coating of snow beyond 495. Some of these communities might get a little bit slippery on like the sidewalks. I still think most of the roads are just going to be wet. You could encounter a couple more problems in the northern Berkshires or the Green or the White Mountains, because that's where we could see a couple of inches of snow over the next day and a half. So this afternoon, temperatures are going to be chilly. It's going to be in the upper 30s, lower 40s. That's why it's cool, raw, and you want to go with that warmer jacket. Tonight, it's just cold enough in a couple of spots to get that snow to stick. And then tomorrow, with temperatures in the 40s, it's still going to be cool, but that brighter turn is going to be a nice one. So as far as what should be on your radar, it's going to be gusty tomorrow with gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour. Not wind damage kind of winds, but noticeable. The week
7 o'clock. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Gene Levanchi.
And I'm Nicole Gabe. We're definitely starting off this Monday kind of feeling like a February almost in a sense.
Yeah.
Like seeing some snowflakes on the Prue camera
Yeah,
earlier.
snowflakes, cold rain elsewhere. I mean, it's really not that April-like forecast that we would like to see out there. So this is what we have right now. Our big picture has rain in green, snow in purple, and it looks a little worse from radar than it's actually going to be on the ground, because yes, you're going to see some snow mixing in, especially outside of 495, but temperatures, Nashua's at 35, Worcester's 34. It's cool, but it's not really cold enough for the main roads to become a problem. You know, you might see a little bit of slush sticking to the local cars, or maybe like the cold front steps, something like that between today, tonight, and tomorrow. But most of the time, it's just going to be wet. Boston's 39, Hyannis 41 degrees right now. It's all about the cold rain on and off throughout the day today. In Worcester, you've got more likely snow mixing in at times, but temperatures again are going to be above freezing, so we're not expecting accumulation. Excuse me. Showers and fog. Really the big thing we're watching today. Not severe, just nuisance weather. Elevation mixing in some snow, but the result is just going to be at most a grassy coating. Here's Catherine Prada with the check. If not the rain, maybe the snow. This is what it looks like at Wachusett right now, you guys. It is snowing out there. Now, temperature's not quite cold enough to get it to stick in most locations. It's most easily going to stick to like the grass and the parked cars, as opposed to the pavement, which should be a little too warm for it to stick. But we've got two systems in play. This one is supplying the moisture. This is supplying the cold, and it just kind of keeps us with some on and off rain for the next 24 hours. You can see we fast forward a couple hours at 9 a.m. and we're still talking some pretty widespread 30s and even some 40s. So at the coastline, it's generally rain. 495 north and west, you're actually seeing some snow, but again, it's kind of melting on its way down. We're going to go with more of the same at lunchtime today, with temperatures expected to be in the upper 30s. Again, the roads are going to be wet, even if you're seeing a little bit of a mix from Boston to the north and west. And at 5 p.m. too, I wish I could tell you there's like a great time when it's going to be nice and dry. Not the case. We've really got that chance for some on and off showers throughout the day. Today, you can see overnight tonight, focus of rain is down across the Cape and the islands. Tomorrow in the morning, we've got our final push of rain and snow that comes through on a cold front, and we've got a better chance for temperatures close to freezing tomorrow morning. So when we start talking about the potential for some accumulation, best chance is really going to be late tonight and tomorrow morning for some slippery travel. You could see Futurecast by tomorrow afternoon starts to brighten up a little bit and definitely dries out. So this is what we have. A coating possible from the Worcester Hills into southern New Hampshire, into western Massachusetts as well. That deeper blue that you can see for the Berkshires, for the Monadnocks, maybe flirting with a couple spots in the Worcester Hills. That's where we could get at most 1 or 2 inches of snow. But this is fairly low impact. It's really going to struggle to stick to the pavement itself. Today's forecast has us at about 41 with scattered showers. We're on a weather alert because nobody likes starting the work week with wet weather. We've got to plan around rain and finding all that rain gear. Little to no accumulation expected tonight, even though there will be a couple flakes in the air. And tomorrow we clear out pretty quickly, which is going to give us a windy day and night, but it does turn brighter, obviously. Next one that we're going to have to watch is towards the end of the week. You can see rain chances start creeping up again, and you'll see on our 7-day forecast with the weekend always in view that I have the potential for a few showers around Friday, and then waves of rain expected again over the weekend. This is at least the third weekend in a row that has looked fairly murky and soggy out there. Of course, we'll be able to fine-tune those downpours and those showers as it gets a little closer. Yeah, so looking outside right now, this is from our rooftop camera over the Boston 25 News studio. It's looking gray. It's looking soggy this morning. We don't have snowflakes mixing in here outside of our station in Dedham, but we've seen some snow occasionally from our Boston camera, definitely out in the Worcester Hills this morning. Temperatures 30s and 40s now, and I'm sorry to say there's no warm up to look forward to. We just kind of hang out in the upper 30s, maybe 40 degrees. In Boston for today. You don't need any snow boots, even if you've got a little snow mixing in, because it's really going to struggle to stick. I do think that you might find it a little snowy on the grass, a little snowy on your windshield if your car is parked, so you might want to warm it up a little early. But the main roads should just be wet from central to eastern Massachusetts, even with the potential for some ongoing snowflakes north and west of Boston today. You can see as we head into the afternoon, we occasionally see some gaps in the showers. It's going to be a drab, raw day. Even at 5 p.m., we've got some scattered rain in the mix. Some of the steadiest rain expected tonight down across the Cape and the Islands, but we've got some scattered showers elsewhere. We get one final push of rain and snow that comes through tomorrow morning on a front, and then back behind that, we are going to clear out tomorrow afternoon. Finally, it gets dry, but it stays kind of chilly and even windy for the day tomorrow. So as far as snow goes, there's not going to be a ton. Beyond 495, I could see the potential for a coating mostly on the grass outside in parts of southern New Hampshire as well. That deeper shading where we could get up to 1 or 2 inches at the highest elevations out there. But this afternoon, temperature is really struggling. Even if you're just seeing rain, it is going to be a cool day that feels a lot more like February or March. Overnight tonight, we only have a few spots cold enough to get that snow to stick way north and west. And then tomorrow, temperatures still in the 40s, even with increasing sunshine and the wind on top of that, going to keep it feeling like winter. Gusts tomorrow, 30 to 40 miles per hour. It's not a damaging wind, but it is going to catch your attention. We've got a gradual warm up through the week, and then we've got more weekend.
Yeah, hopefully, are we going to see it kind of clear up later on today?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay.
No, it's going to stay gloomy. It's really cool today as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's April, and it feels like you nailed it before. It feels like it's like February or March.
Sarah, is there anywhere near us where it's warm? I know we had some, and we've kind of
you want to like go for a little drive?
Sure.
Yeah, right?
Not today. I mean, definitely stay out of the hills if you don't want to see
You'll need more of a
snowflakes.
flight than a drive.
Yeah, you definitely need a flight today. So this is our big picture. You can see green is the rain, the purple and the whites. That's where we have a little snow falling right now. Yes, like it is April. Don't wipe your eyes. It is truly snowing. Now, Worcester's at 33, Fitchburg 35, and Keene and Nashua both at 34. And this is a little too warm to really get it to stick to any pavement. So the roads should be wet. What you're going to see is it sticking to the grassy areas, maybe the front steps. It's rain in Boston. Occasionally you might see a little snow mixing in. We're just going to stick with the rain in Boston down to the South Shore, up to the North Shore, down to the Cape as well. You can see today's forecast has us kind of hovering around 40 degrees, maybe not even getting back up to 40 in Boston today with on and off showers. In Worcester, it's on and off snow, even though I mentioned the roads are just going to be wet. So showers and fog really the big thing today. That elevation snow or mix, it really just amounts to a little grassy coating. Let's get it over